Hello everyone, it's the Woolly Red Fox and welcome to my world. I feel like everyone enjoyed how this turned out, so I feel like moving on and doing the next part. So the next thing to be transformed is going to be this village. Now hopefully we can actually make this look a lot better, as well as try unify the actual layout of this place. It seems that all the buildings are pretty much on one side or the other, and then you have things down here as well that don't make any sense. If anything, if this was a proper village, then this church more than likely would be at the top of the hill rather than at the bottom. Now, we're going to have to do things a little different from what we did over there. The reason being, these blocks are all considered placeable blocks by people, so World Painter won't actually edit the terrain where these blocks are sat. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, if I can just open this up and type in seed, there we are. So I've got that number now. So if I type that number back in and reload the world without any structures, hopefully we can actually see this terrain with no village on top, and we can edit that, try to merge it back to this, and then put these villagers back in. Honestly, it's a bit complicated. I don't even know if this is going to work, but hey, let's see how it goes. So as you can see, it looks like it has worked. So as you can see, there's nothing done on the spawn from what we did last time, and over here, there is absolutely no village. Hopefully, World Paint will let us actually edit this terrain, and we can try and import it back in somehow. As you can see here, there's X's all across this terrain, which means that we wouldn't be able to actually edit the terrain because of the blocks that are there. Now, with that gone on the other world, we can edit terrain and hopefully import it back into the world. So for stars on this, I actually want to find the brushes for the plains biome. I think hills will do, and I don't want to edit too much on this side because this island's a little too close, and I was hoping to put a bridge between the 2 points. I believe the tower sits somewhere around here, and the bridge would go across here. So I'm going to select a random brush, do the up, scroll that down, and yeah. Let's get making this into some sort of a more natural shape while also trying to keep the shape of the world. So I think that's a good start, so why don't we jump into Minecraft and see how this looks. Okay, so it actually looks a lot better and a lot flatter so that we can actually build on the top of this. And it has raised all the caves. I'm just glad it didn't raise anything like this. I really wanted to keep the entrance of this because I feel like I could make something with this. Reason being, if we come a little bit further in here, I believe there's a whole massive cave. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but yeah, there's a... Actually, let's put a torch on to get some night vision. There we are. Ah, much better. So as you can see, this is a huge cave down here. So I feel like I could turn this into something as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to go over the top of it, but I think this might actually be quite a nice little dungeon thing. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to build in here, but it is quite nice. So who knows? Maybe. I'm thinking now if I use Nightmatica, I can actually move this mountain over to the other world and then copy the village out so I can see what buildings were there. To do that, I've actually marked 2 spaces, one over there, as well as this red tower. Hopefully if I link them up, that will contain all of the edits we've done, and I can actually use that as a template in the new world, put it to the same location as those markers, and yeah, hopefully we can get this mounted over. So I have now copied over the village, so there's the original, there's a copy. Now hopefully we can try and import the actual new custom terrain. How well this is going to go, I have no idea, but let's see what happens. So after that, I gotta be completely honest, I thought this was going to be a disaster, but it actually turned out pretty good. So yeah, let's do some cleanup and crack on. Next part, I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to lay this village out, because I'm going to need a fountain, a church, as well as a few other pieces. I might add an animal pen just so that it has one, but other than that, I'm going to use the same buildings and pretty much redesign them. Now for the layout, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Also, this side's very steep, so I'm thinking if we put some staircase going to probably about here, we can actually have one coming up the hill. Yeah, I think that'll look good as well. Now we just have to tidy up the terrain. The reason for this is that World Painter won't actually clean up the terrain as well as it should, so you just have to do a couple manual edits here and there. Next up, we have to actually make the buildings. Now the buildings, I've just simply redone the ones that were already in the village. Now I did try to keep to the same style, but also try to improve on it. The reason for this is it's a transformation, not a complete rework. Now some buildings do have a complete rework just simply because of the shape they were. It was a little bit difficult to keep to the same design. All that was left is now actually to build the village. To do this, I simply placed down the buildings as well as added pathways going between them. Once that was done, I simply added a farm as well as put a wall around everything just to tie everything together. And lastly was just to add a few more trees around this area just so it doesn't look so bare, and I think this village is looking pretty great. Now there's a few things I would change in the future, but hey, at the moment this looks amazing and I'll add a few bits and pieces as we go along, as we're still going to be working on this world for some time. Now I do apologise for it being a little bit late this video, it just took a little longer than usual to actually have this all finished and edited. But hopefully once I can actually start moving my schedule around a bit more, I can actually be more prompt on the videos and actually on time. But for now, that's the end of the video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.